From Meghan's hidden sexual history to her betrayal, Tom Bower just dropped 10 bombshell revelations about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Number 7 will leave your jaw on the floor, so stick around. Bower went straight for the jugular, revealing that Meghan's past sexual life was excluded from his book Revenge due to strict British privacy laws.
I think there were various things about her sexual life which I dropped out on the grounds of privacy laws in Britain.
Oh my God, I have got to get you intoxicated, Tom Bower. I would love to hear those stories.
Yeah.
He hinted that these stories were exceptionally juicy but couldn't be published. He even teased that he might explore it in a future book, suggesting there's a hidden side to Meghan's private life that could cause a media earthquake if ever revealed.
Weren't that good?
They were very good.
Oh no.
I mean, the privacy laws are pretty strong here, and that's what she used as a weapon at the time.
It leaves many wondering what exactly was left out, and if not for royalty, where would Meghan really have been today? According to Bower, Meghan doesn't really care about royalty itself. She only cares about the profit she can make from it. He claimed that she orchestrated the registration of the domain Lilibet.com even before telling the Queen about naming her daughter Lilibet. For those who don't know, Lilibet was Queen Elizabeth's nickname.
But 2 days before the birth was announced, Meghan's lawyers registered the Lilibet.com website. After the birth, but before the public announcement, Harry called the Queen. He told his grandmother about the birth and their decision to call their daughter Lilibet.
It was reportedly Meghan's business move designed to capitalize on the Queen's deeply personal nickname. Bower alleged that Harry lied about seeking the Queen's approval, which led to a furious palace response and even a failed legal threat against the BBC.
And told him on the contrary. He didn't ask for permission, he announced it, and the Queen was utterly furious. When the BBC broadcast the story, saying that Harry wasn't telling the truth,
this painted Meghan as a ruthless opportunist who would exploit royal ties for financial gain whenever she could. For Meghan and Harry, registering a website in their baby's name came before telling the name to the baby's grandmother.
When they gave her that name and the whole registration and everything, this was pure commercialization. I'm sure inspired by Meghan, because Harry hasn't got a commercial strand in his body, he wouldn't understand it all.
Bower didn't hold back here. He claimed Meghan never intended to stay in Britain at all. Her real plan, according to him, was to earn that royal title, use the Duchess badge to boost her brand in California, and then leave.
I don't believe she ever intended to stay.
Mm-hmm.
She always intended to take the title, take the connections and get back to California.
He accused her of plotting her exit carefully, taking Harry along for the ride once she got what she wanted. He described it as a calculated betrayal, not just of the monarchy, but of the Queen herself, who had welcomed Meghan warmly with good faith. In Bower's words, Meghan comes across as a mastermind who used the royal family as a ladder and kicked it away once she was done climbing. If delusion had a face, Bower says it would be Meghan Markle's. He claims she genuinely believes she holds the same importance in the monarchy as Princess Diana.
In Meghan's mind, she is Diana.
Yes.
I mean, Diana Spencer.
This belief reportedly grew after her 2018 Australia tour, where she wore Diana's jewelry, including a $300,000 Cartier watch, in an effort to perpetuate the Diana image.
In $300,000 worth of jewelry, including Diana's Cartier watch.
Wherever she is, whether it's at Costner or in Colombia or in Nigeria or wherever, she's always, her publicist will reveal that she's wearing one of Diana's pieces of jewelry.
Bower called it a ridiculous fantasy fueled by ego and poor judgment, arguing that Meghan and Harry completely misread the public. Diana's legacy was built on compassion, dedication, and hard work, qualities Bower says Meghan completely lacks.
Could not understand that Diana had won the public's affection after years of work. That was a real investment. People felt committed to the journey because they had spent so much time watching Diana really grow up.
Anything that looks like a threat to Meghan seems to vanish quickly. According to Bauer, during the 2017 Sandringham shooting weekend, Meghan clashed with Harry's friends over what she called their sexist jokes.
This particular saga at Sandringham, which obviously was told by someone who was there, was a decisive moment. I mean, it's the moment where effectively she says to Harry that you've got to dump all your friends.
Her confrontational attitude earned her the nickname Fun Police, and from then on, things only went downhill. Bauer claims she pressured Harry to cut off his entire friend group, none of whom were invited to their wedding dinner.
And none of those people at his shooting weekend were then invited to the dinner after the wedding. I mean, that was the crunch, that she separated him from his hinterland. And of course, he does suffer now enormously by not having a large number of the friends he had in London, in fact.
This reportedly left lasting resentment among Harry's friends and painted Meghan as controlling and possessive. Bauer didn't mince words when he labeled Meghan a shameless liar. He cited 17 inaccuracies in her Oprah Winfrey interview, including her fabricated story about a secret pre-wedding ceremony and her claims about conversations over Archie's skin color.
That her credibility sank once all the inaccuracies, 17 of them, in the Oprah Winfrey interview emerged. Like, for example, she hadn't really been married in St. George's Chapel, or this ridiculous conversation about the color of Archie's skin because he would get police protection. It's all lies.
He argued that these lies not only damaged Britain's global image, but also proved Meghan's willingness to twist facts to gain public sympathy. According to Bauer, Meghan crafted a false narrative to appear as a victim when in reality, she was the one playing the game. This one was wild. Bauer detailed Meghan's fallout with British Vogue editor Edward Enninful after she allegedly tried to control a cover story following the Queen's death.
He had a cover already. He didn't want her on the cover. And she tried to interfere with the online content, and he said, well, you can't control it. And that was her point. She wanted control.
One of the people that worked with her closely, Sam Kashner, said she demanded that the media do what she expects. I felt manipulated and betrayed. I felt played, orchestrated.
Journalist Sam Kashner said working with Meghan was exhausting. During her British Vogue guest edit, Meghan reportedly acted like the real editor-in-chief, leaving the actual staff silently frustrated. Even Vogue editor Edward Enninful later hinted he wouldn't work with her again, saying, I feel like I've done it and wouldn't necessarily repeat myself. Basically, he said that once was more than enough.
Event. And she wanted the cover and control of the content, and they had a huge argument. And that meant that he was really finished with her. He'd had enough of her prima donna behavior, and that's why he's dumped her.
Bauer also went after Harry, calling his plan to produce a Princess Diana documentary totally misguided. He claimed Harry's version was inaccurate because of his limited knowledge of his mother and his false belief that her life was taken by paparazzi.
It was a long time he thought his mother had just disappeared, and now believes she'd been murdered by the paparazzi, which is ridiculous. She died because she was in a speeding car with a drunken driver, not wearing a safety belt.
Bauer described this as an act of disloyalty to both his father and brother, driven purely by the same commercial motives that now define Harry and Meghan's public life. When it comes to desperation for fame, Meghan holds the gold medal. Bauer described her appearance at Kevin Costner's event as a desperate grab for relevance, noting that she skipped the same event the previous year to avoid looking cheap.
Last year, she skipped that last year. That's a great point.
Skipped it last year, and that was very critical because at that moment last year she was about to promote her Netflix series and didn't want to firstly be seen with Harry, and secondly didn't want to go somewhere where she'd appear cheap.
He also claimed Meghan is slowly being shut out of elite Hollywood circles, with big names like the Obamas, Clooney's, and Jill Biden distancing themselves to avoid offending the royal family. And finally, the cherry on top. Bauer exposed what he called Meghan's habit of exaggerating and even fabricating parts of her past to gain sympathy. He debunked her well-known story about writing to Procter & Gamble as a child to protest a sexist soap ad, saying her father confirmed it never happened and that the company had no record of any such letter.
And when Vanity Fair asked Procter & Gamble whether it was true or not, Procter & Gamble went through all their very carefully, meticulously kept files and found absolutely no letter from Meghan, which isn't surprising because the father said he never sent the letter.
According to Bauer, Meghan's false tales of activism were designed to paint her as a lifelong change maker, but they only highlight how far she's willing to go to build a public image that doesn't truly exist. There you have it, 10 explosive revelations from Tom Bauer about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Which of these shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video.